Life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Challenges that appear out of nowhere just when you think you've got everything figured out. It's in these moments, when you feel like you've reached your limit, that life seems to ask you a question. What if you can? What if? Despite the odds stacked against you, despite the fear gnawing at the back of your mind, and despite the setbacks that seem relentless, you could still rise, still push forward, still become the person you were always meant to be. You see, there are two voices in our heads. One that says, "You can't do it. It's too hard. It's impossible." And another that quietly whispers, "What if you can?" That second voice, although softer, holds all the power. It's the voice that tells you to keep going when everything inside of you is screaming to quit. It's the voice that reminds you of your dreams, your potential, and your inner strength. But too often, we let that louder, negative voice drown it out. We tell ourselves that we're not smart enough, not strong enough, not good enough. And so, we settle. We let our dreams slip through our fingers because we're too afraid to take that first step into the unknown. But here's the truth. The only thing standing between you and everything you've ever wanted is the belief that you can actually achieve it. Imagine if the greats had listened to that voice of doubt. Imagine if Thomas Edison had quit after failing 1,000 times to create the light bulb. He didn't see his failures as reasons to stop. Instead, he saw each one as a stepping stone, a lesson learned. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10.000 ways that won't work." What if he had given up? What if he had decided that maybe he just wasn't cut out for greatness? The world would be a darker place, literally and figuratively. But he didn't quit because he had a vision, a belief that he could, and that belief changed the course of history. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent, luck, or resources. It's belief. The belief that they can, even when everyone else tells them they can't. The belief that they have something special inside them, something worth fighting for. And that belief fuels their relentless work ethic. Because belief alone isn't enough. You could believe all you want that you're destined for greatness. But if you don't put in the work, if you're not willing to sacrifice, to sweat, to grind, then nothing will change. Think about it. Everyone wants success, but few are willing to do what it takes to achieve it. People want to have a shredded physique, but they're not willing to get up at 5 a.m. and hit the gym. They want to build a successful business, but aren't willing to stay up late, working on their ideas while everyone else is sleeping. They dream of writing a bestseller, but they don't sit down every day and put pen to paper. The world is full of dreamers, but it's the doers who change the world. The truth is, you don't have to be the most talented person in the room. You just have to be the hardest worker. Look at athletes like Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team, but used that rejection as fuel to become one of the greatest players of all time. He wasn't born with a basketball in his hands. He simply outworked everyone else. He believed that he could, and then he went out there and did it. But let's be real for a moment. It's not easy. Life will knock you down. Again and again, you'll face rejection, criticism, and failure. You'll feel like you're pushing a boulder up a mountain, only for it to roll back down. But in those moments, when you're at your lowest, when you feel like giving up, that's when you need to dig deep and find that inner strength. That's when you need to ask yourself, what if I can? Because the truth is, you are capable of more than you think. You are stronger, braver, and more resilient than you realize. But you'll never know that unless you keep pushing forward. The world will always have its opinions, its doubts, its criticisms. People will tell you that you're crazy for chasing your dreams, that you should just play it safe, stay comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort keeps you stuck in mediocrity. And if you let those voices get to you, if you let other people's doubts become your reality, then you've already lost. But here's the thing, no one else can see your vision as clearly as you do. No one else knows the fire burning inside you. No one else understands the dreams that keep you up at night, the goals that drive you. And they don't have to, because this journey is yours. You are the author of your story, and the pen is in your hands. So write a story that you're proud of. Write a story that, when you look back, you can say, I gave it my all. Maybe you've tried and failed before. Maybe you've faced so many setbacks that you've started to doubt yourself. But remember, every setback is just a setup for a comeback. Failure isn't the end, it's simply feedback. It's life's way of teaching you what doesn't work so that you can find what does. You can either let failure define you, or you can let it refine you. So today, I challenge you to silence that